ways does your media product use, develop or challenge forms and conventions of real media products? My media product challenged forms and conventions of real media products in many ways, such as XXL and the source. It has done this through mise-en-scène, fonts, languages, images, colours and layouts. My front cover firstly is a medium shot taken of a middle-aged teenager with a key in his mouth. The reason for this is because rappers are usually associated with crime and violence. Therefore, to challenge this even further, I chose for the image to be taken in a certain way, as the key can represent this person is bad and violent, therefore fulfilling the structure and style of my magazine. The facial expression is also purposely angry looking. I again am trying to use the same style as XXL and the Source magazine, as I feel they work very well. The masthead I also chose to locate top left of the page. I again used the same masthead location as other real media products. The masthead is in the house color blue and with white sans serif font, and is called Kablam in capitals. I have used the same sort of idea from real media products here, as I feel this worked really well and helped the masthead look more young and appealing to young teenagers who are the focus group to Rap magazine. The masthead is also partly covered and shows that my magazine is well established. In addition, the skyline font and the masthead font differs. This is to show the importance of the masthead. An example of the masthead uses the biggest font and has the sans serif font to stand out more than the skyline. And I was also influenced to particularly place it at the top because XXL and the Source also locate it at the same place. The house style to my magazine is white, blue and black, as these colours are very cool and visible to see. I have purposely chose blue, white and black, as this shows that my magazine follows a similar structure to real rap magazines such as XXL and the Source magazines, also that have their own style. The dividers are blue, therefore addressing the house style. The date and price is displayed on top and below the barcode. This is in small white blue font to address the house style. The page number is located bottom left of the page on the contents to show navigation to what page they are on. This I have used from XXL, as they tend to do this. Furthermore, through my textual analysis, I found that the language had to be specific, eye-catching, so that my target audience will see it and want to read on. The language must be short, bold, eye-catching to attract my target audience to want to read more by just looking at the cover lines. This I again developed through XXL, as they tend to do the same style to show navigation to the reader. On the contents page, I have challenged XXL and the Source magazine even further by including a newsfeed. The newsfeed is going across the main image and has also an album with a medium shot image on it of the same person. This is to promote the album further and create hype to the audience. The language I have specifically used is to create a cliffhanger and make the audience want to read more about the album. The album cover mise-en-scène has handcuffs and bars in the background. This is again used to challenge rap even further, as rap magazines are associated with street crime and violence. However, I have used the same style as XXL and the Source, as they also use similar mise-en-scène. Language font color is different depending on the importance or the name mentioned. Example, Lil Jazzy is in blue. This is to show the importance of the artist in the magazine. The house color defines the magazine and reminds the reader they are reading a Kablam magazine. I have developed this myself, as other media products such as XXL and the Source do not do this. The drop cap I have used on the double page spread is also used by real media products such as XXL and the Source. I feel with the use of a drop cap from the start of the article draws in the reader, therefore I have included it. Another convention I have used is the location of my main image. Through my textual analysis, I found on double page spreads one side has an image and the other side has an article text. I thought this worked really well and looked organised, visible and easy to follow. Therefore I have used the same convention in my magazine. Another image is a close-up and the mise-en-scène around him is black. The reason for this is for my artist to show his emotion and how he looks up close. The close-up tells us more about the artist, as well as it shows his facial expression in more detail. Through my secondary research, I found that my target audience like to see images, therefore I have located a smaller image on top of the main image. This image, however, is different. It is of the same candidate, however, with a bat in his hands and chains on his neck. The candidate also has a guard behind him. This upgrades him even further and makes him look superior. Therefore, this image makes artists look better and more street associated, living up to the expectations of rappers. Another convention I have used is a gutter, separating both sides of the double page spread and columns. The gutter I have used from XXL on the source, as I feel it looks really good and makes the pages look more neater and organised. Does your media product represent particular social groups? My magazine represents many social groups in many different areas. The images are very important to appeal to different social groups. Therefore, my images mainly target males and young teenagers aged 14 to 19. The ethnicity is usually Afro-Caribbean people, as most rappers are Afro-Caribbean. However, my media product aims to target Afro-Caribbean and Asians and a diverse culture. In terms of mise-en-scène, the props I used were keys, sunglasses and different clothing. The sunglasses outline the superior the artist is, therefore the sunglasses upgrade him and show his importance. The mise-en-scène in the image is very effective to representation on social groups, as this teenager is representing all teenagers. This image lives up to stereotypes given to teenagers aged 14 to 19, as this image represents all teenagers as violent, abusive and negative. However, this makes my magazine conventional, as the image relates to the genre of the magazine, which is rap. The key in his mouth outlines that teenagers have poor behaviour and display negative representation in society, as they do not abide by the law. However, my media product also represents different social class and groups. However, on my contents page, the double page spread, the same person is dressed in smart or cooler. This represents as a young and cool and proves what success can do. Therefore, my magazine upgrades teenagers on the contents page. My mood board also helps me to get a better understanding on how to dress my candidate and what fits into the genre music. By applying these genre conventions, I appeal to my target audience group. Which kind of media institution would distribute your product and why? A huge distributor is IPC Media. This company can target my target audience, which is teenagers, as they already supply to other big companies and distribute many magazines worldwide. They are well established and well known for distributing magazines, therefore will know the right places in which to sell my magazines. The fact that they have their own website also helps, and this can upgrade my magazine further. IPC also sell another huge magazine of the same age group as my magazine, called NME. Therefore, they will know with their experience where to distribute my magazine and how to market it as well. I believe IPC will distribute my magazine, as they don't already distribute any rap magazines similar to mine. Therefore, being a gap in the market, I feel IPC will make an investment by taking my magazine and distributing it worldwide. This media institution is linked with 20 million users a month on the website. Therefore, I feel can tap into the target audience for my magazine, which is teenagers. The fact this magazine distributes NME, and NME is a huge magazine, I'm sure it can bring success to my magazine. In addition, through the marketing, it can then feature and sell in specialist magazine stores such as WH Smith or HMV. The reason it will sell in these stores are because this is where my target audience will be most accessible to buying the magazine. Therefore, selling it in these popular magazines will help to sell and bring in more revenue.